So, class, how's everybody doing today?
Good.
Good, good. Glad to hear it. So today we are going to start off with an introduction to World War II and some specific events that happened. You know, there are a lot of bigger events that people remember during this time period, but there are a lot of smaller events that help shape really how the war happened and how everything went through and how everything fell through. And I think those are a lot less remembered than some of the bigger things that happened. So what we're going to start off with today is I'm hoping that with your help we can create a little bit of a list of some events that you know from maybe speaking with grandfathers, fathers, maybe seeing stuff on TV or in movies of events that happened during World War II. So, if I can get your guys' help, what we're going to do is we're going to create a little list. Alright. Now, can anybody give me some examples of some events that happened during World War II? Yes.
D-Day.
D-Day. Awesome. Awesome. Great, great. Now, anything else anybody can think of? Yes.
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor. Great example. Great example. That is actually what brought the USA into World War II. It wasn't until that point that we felt that it was necessary to join the war effort. We felt that after having an attack from an enemy on our own naval base, that it was now worth joining the Allied forces and really pursuing that effort. Can anybody think of anything else, any other events? Yes?
The Battle of the Bulge.
Battle of the Bulge. Awesome, awesome. Great, great event. That is an awesome, awesome piece of history that we will get into later this semester. Anything else anybody can think of? Yes?
V-Day.
V-Day. Awesome, awesome. Now, do you actually know what V-Day is?
I just have heard it.
Okay. V-Day is actually the victory day that the United States declared after the war effort was over in Europe. Now, we were still fighting a different effort over in the Pacific, and there were still different events happening throughout Europe. So Europe had what was called EV Day, where they declared victory in World War II in their war efforts. Now that's a pretty good list so far, so what I'm going to have us do from here is I'm going to pass out these little event tabs that I have. I printed these out earlier today. And what these are, is these are 44 specific kind of smaller and mix of bigger events that happened during World War II. If you could, everybody break up into smaller groups of 4 and take a look at those really quick while I gather some other materials. So what we're going to do with that kind of stuff is we are going to take those, cut those up into individual tabs, and we are going to create a larger timeline of all these events and all these things that happened during World War II. So if you could right now, just take a minute or two, look those over and start cutting them up and, you know, getting them in order so that way we can work with our timeline in a little bit. So now I have partially created a timeline for us to use today. So I'm going to put that out large here on the table. And this is what we are going to use to help construct our timeline for the class to display and use as a reference as we were going over material later in class.
Can I start taping them?
Of course you can. We can work on that as a group. Awesome, awesome. That is perfect, perfect. So what we're doing here is we are taking each date and putting them in line. I really like the way you guys are doing that.
Do we have them in the right order?
Yes, you do.
Good.
That is brilliant. I'm very happy you guys are able to organize those in the right order. So what we're going to do is once we have this constructed, we are going to take it and we are going to hang it over on the wall in the class, and we are going to use this, and we are going to start maybe using this as specific events that we can go over that we can cover, and if anybody has any specific questions about anything that's on this timeline, we can use that as part of our open time in class and have a discussion, or maybe use it as some extra assignments. Awesome. Oh, here, try spacing that one out a little bit. That way we can read the date. There we go. Next, that is coming along great.
Pearl Harbor.
See? Exactly. You guys may know more than you thought you knew about this topic.
Guess so.
See, more times than not in families, there's somebody who has served, or who has had stories of family members who has served, or with the media nowadays, there are plenty of movies that depict these kind of things, and some of that information sticks with us more than we think it ever does.
I watched The Pacific with my dad.
Nice. That's a really good series. That's a really good series. A little graphic, so I mean, you gotta watch it. There you go. As long as he said it was okay, then I think it's a great series to watch. So this is beautiful, guys. I am so happy with the way this turned out for your group. Alright, let's see here. Nice. We have a start over here, and we have our ending all the way over on that side. Beautiful. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this and we are going to hang this up over here on the wall. Right. So let's put some tape right here. We'll tack it in later. Let's just get it up for the purpose of this lesson. Alright, I will come over here. Awesome. Get that up a little bit. There we go. Awesome. So now, what I would like you guys to do is I would like to, taking the list that we created a little bit earlier in class today, take a pen and find the things that we had roughly talked about in the events that you guys gave us, and put a little mark on them so that way we know that those are kind of something that we already know about. So let's see, we have D-Day. Can we find D-Day?
Yes.
D-Day, awesome. So let's put a mark on that. So that's something that you guys knew about, so when we talk about that later, we'll know that. So next on the list we have Pearl Harbor. Can you find Pearl Harbor on that list? Let's see where it might be. Can you spot it?
I'll find it.
Can you spot it? It's 1941. Let's see, yeah, you're in the right group. Nice, good job, good job. So now, let's see if we can find V-Day, because I don't believe the Battle of the Bulge is on that list that we created today. Oh, no, sorry about that, I'm mistaken. There you go, good find. Great. So now, like I said earlier, we have V-Day. Can we find V-Day? Oh, no. Let's read that. Which one is that? What is that?
VJ Day, when victory in Japan.
Okay, so we want to see if we can find
V-Day.
V-Day. Do you see it?
No. VJ.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be... Oh, and yep, no, okay, so maybe they don't have it listed on here. So we'll go with VE and VJ. We'll put a mark on those because we're going to kind of talk about the victory in an overall setting with all parties involved in the Allied and the Axis forces. That is an awesome job, guys. I am really happy with the way that turned out, and I think that's going to prove really, really useful later in class for everybody when we start going over some things, and maybe we need some ideas for some different projects or some different assignments later down the road. Awesome, awesome job.
Thank you, Mr. George.